Hey guys, what's going on? Scotty Sparks here, and I'm gonna bring you my team builder for week 1 versus the Burlington Beedrills. This is my roommate Dan, and I've been nagging him all first season to join the league, and I guess eventually he caved, but he doesn't really know much about Pokemon. We had a Skype call before the draft because he wasn't able to make the draft, so his team is well, it's right here on the right, but it's basically what he wanted with me filling in the holes of stuff that got sniped. So the majority of the top picks and like up to the top 9 are kind of what he wanted, and the last ones were kind of like I just like because it was hard to draft anyways. I just threw Pokemon in there, but he's looking like he's got a strong team this year. Once he learns more about how to play the game, I'm sure he'll be a strong opponent. But it kind of sucks for him that he's facing me week 1. He has actually 2 games. I think he's facing Bravest Bird and me this week. So it's going to be interesting. He could go 1-1. He could go 2-0 or 0-2. I'm hoping to not give him a win this week. But he does have a pretty strong matchup against me, especially with that Landorus T. And you'll see in my team, I don't really have many answers to Landorus T. It's more of let something die and then kind of kill it, I guess. Other than that, that's it. Being new, he might just bring a lot of his top picks, which means I might not see any of the bottom 6. But I'll show you my team. This is what I feel would do the best against him. There's a couple of variants that I had, a couple Pokemon I've switched out, but at the end, I think this is what I'm settling on. Let's bring his team back up here. So I got Aang here, my Mega Pinsir. You'll see I didn't bring any of my other OUs, just he's my only OU this week. But he matches up really well against a lot of his team. And I've been doing some practicing. If I get this thing in on Tapu Fini, who can't status me because of its ability, he could Scald Burn me. That's it. But if I can get him in and not get scalded, but like, you know what I mean? Like I get him in on the turn, he doesn't go for Scald, and then even if he goes for Scald, there is a 30% chance. But I can set up some Swords Dances, and once I get one, if I get 2 Swords Dances off, his team dies. Like even Raichu being resistant to a quick attack dies. Crobat would die. Mew would just get wrecked. Even with Landorus T intimidating me, bopped. The only thing he has is a Regirock. So if he doesn't bring Regirock, Aang just sweeps through his team if he gets some boosts up, which I'm hoping that's what happens. But bringing him with Quick Attack, it just shuts down his Mega Beedrill. It shuts down Chestnut, shuts down Hitmonlee. But just because like even without a boost, I get this thing in and he's got to switch. That's about it. That's the reason I'm bringing him. He just brings a lot of offensive pressure. So my second pick that's gonna disappear. So I got Celebi this week. I decided to scarf him, or her, I guess, but it's actually general neutral. Interesting. But the Psychic and Energy Ball combination would work really well for Crobat, Chestnut. It hits Tapu Fini, hits Regirock, and I didn't really have an answer to Crobat. It's so fast. The Psychic allows me to do that. U-turning allows me to get momentum, which will be important because he might just... If he switches in something like Beedrill in on me, that could be bad, especially if I don't go for a Psychic. This also allows me to outspeed Beedrill because Mega Beedrill can't use a Scarf. And I'm 4 times weak to to its bug moves and 2 times weak to its poison moves. And then my next Pokemon, we got Stanley here. This is my Entei switch in. It hits hard. Entei can't do too much to me unless it runs Bulldoze, because it doesn't get Earthquake. So if it runs Bulldoze, it has a chance. I have enough speed to outspeed... It was Adam and Entei. That's it. I have enough speed to outspeed Adam and Entei. If he runs extreme speed, he has to go Adamant because of the... It was an event Pokemon. That's the only reason Entei has extreme speed. which means this will outspeed it, hit it with a Stone Edge. I do have Earthquake too, just because Stone Edge is more for the Crobat. If Entei's a high health, I still go Stone Edge, but if I don't want it to miss, I go Earthquake. It hits a lot of his team hard. It misses the Lando T and Crobat, which is a problem, but it hits the Raichu, and it also hits Entei for reliable damage. Close combat, it's just a powerful move. It hits the Regirock really hard, which I'll need. It hits Tauros too, I guess, but mainly for the Regirock. And then this is going to be my Landorus T switching, just because I didn't want to bring it because there's a chance Landorus T runs Hidden Power Ice. It's been doing that in Gen 7, and it doesn't make sense to me, but it's strong. So I ran my own Hidden Power Ice with Earthquake, U-Turn, Thunder Punch. Again, momentum, enough speed to speed tie his base 100 Pokemon. Outspeed a non-Landorus T Scarfed. And again, Earthquake hits Entei. Being a Dragon type, I resist Fire, and I will outspeed, or at least speed tie it. If he's adamant. But yeah, and it could be, he could think it's a Defogger too, which is useful. And I got Thunder Punch there to hit Crobat and Tapu Fini. There's not much else I'd want to hit with it. But it just provides, it was between this, Azumarill, and Garbodor. But at the end of the day, I think this is the better option, because if he brings Cradily, Azumarill, I was going to run Banded Azumarill, but it gets shut down if he runs Cradily. But, you know, he might not, so I might end up switching this for Azu. I don't know, I think this is the best play. And then, to bring my especially offensive, if I can get this in on, with the amount of U-turning I have, if I get this in on a switch, something dies, just flat out. He can't even switch Regirock because like he can't take too many from it. I'll just bop his team with this. Again, Regirock is his only switch into this, but that's his only switch into Aang. So if I can weaken Regirock and Cradily with as their switch-ins to this, even Mew can't take too much. And if he's especially defensive, he's not physically defensive. And I feel like he'd run his Mew more offensive. That's the way when we were talking, I think that's what he was moving towards. Not against me, but like in general, like he wanted to draft Mew just because it has a lot of options for moves. So it has a strong move pool. And I mean, strong move pool, offense, I guess. So those are those 5. And I'm bringing Aku. Dan, you wanted me to bring it, and here it is. Light Clay, because he's got a lot of physical threats. Throw up that Reflect. Gives my team a lot of survivability. My walls that normally wouldn't be walled, I can switch into Entei better with Stanley or Sparks. I can do a lot of things. And can take a hit or two. Freeze Dry to hit Tapu Fini, hits Landorus T also. If I can predict the EQ, then either he's Scarfed and he has to switch out, or he's not Scarfed and he goes for Stone Edge, but I kill him. Recover just to keep this guy alive because he's my Rapid Spinner. If he gets Rocks Up, that's a bad day for Aang. The rest of my team doesn't matter, but if he gets Rocks Up, that's bad for Aang. And Aang's my win condition here. Depends on what he brings, but I'm feeling I'll need to keep him alive just because a Swords Dance or two and his day's done. So yeah, hopefully Aang and the Boomstick can bring the offensive pressure today for this game. It should be played tonight, so this video should be up Tuesday or Wednesday. Most likely Wednesday because I have an early morning Wednesday, so I might not want to do it Tuesday night or tonight. But good luck, Dan. I'm really looking forward to this. Hopefully you give it your best. It's your first season. That's all you can ask for, especially since you don't know competitive battling. But I mean, I don't really know chess, and you beat me at that all the time, so this might be a little revenge. But yeah, I'm gonna sign off here, and see you at the battle.